At least one time in future, we should come and think about reviewing the offices of deputy governor and deputy president. In Kenya, we have associated the reviewing of constitution as a warm-up for the general election. You'll find that the 2005 Ndizi Chungwa constitution was a warm-up for 2007. The same applies to the 2010 constitution. If today you wanted to change the constitution, a lot of people would think that you are using it as a stepping stone to the next general election or presidential election. I don't know how we'll go about this, but in case we go around it, we have to seriously look at both the two positions of deputy governor and deputy president. To start with, I don't know who came up with this idea of renaming the vice presidency, renaming it as deputy president. I have already recorded several videos during the few days of starting this channel. I had recorded about various constitutions worldwide. And the only place I can remember where the deputy head of state is referred to as deputy president is South Africa. So whoever introduced the name deputy president, he introduced that with the intention of saying that, our constitution is usually reaction. You see, it happened this way, so we are going to do this. The presidency had a lot of power, so we removed the presidency. The president used to sack vice president. Let us put somebody who deputizes the president. Even if you are called a vice president, you still are deputizing the president. And if you look at the three, there is a recording that I had shown about three deputy presidents that we have had. You'll see that. I've recorded and said that 2013 to 2017, Ruto was a co-president. He was a co-president. And 2017 to 2022, there was a gazette notice that literally made Matiang'i to be the deputy president. So Matiang'i was the substantive deputy president and Ruto was the ceremonial deputy president. And then 2022 to current today, you find that Riggy G is basically an assistant president. So it is the person who defines the office and not the office that defines the person. So we should revert back to the vice president. In America, deputy governor is called lieutenant governor. We can still call him or her deputy governor. But you will have noticed that the first problem we had with the deputy governor was this. You remember the Embu governor, Wambora? He had, I'm trying to think, who between him and Mwangaza, who has the most cases of impeachment, but he survived. And during his first impeachment, his deputy governor went to the Supreme Court for interpretation. He went to a constitutional court for interpretation to see whether if the MCAs impeach him, does it mean that they have also impeached the deputy governor? So there was that problem. Then we have a problem where there is a secret war. For example, deputy governors try to use MCAs to impeach the governor so that the deputy governors do what? But you see, when it comes to deputy governor and the deputy president or even vice president, You find that this is somebody who is supposed to be very efficient, who can take that seat. But so long as His Excellency is there or Her Excellency is there, you keep your cool. Nyeri has shown us more than once, that the governor, they elect a governor and the governor does not last. He dies. The first one died out of sickness, the second one died out of accident, and the deputy governor runs the remainder of the term. That one has been seen there. We have also seen, personally, although I am for the generation, personally I'm for the generational change. I am for the generational change because Jomo Kenyatta was born in the other century, 1890. Then after Jomo Kenyatta, Moi, who was born in 1929, took over. So he represents the 20s. Kibaki represents the 30s. Kibaki represents the 30s. And we have, Kibaki represents the 30s, the 40s and 50s, Bahati Mbaya. The 40s and 50s, Bahati Mbaya. Uhuru and Ruto represents the 60s. Now, according to me, the person to take over from Ruto should be somebody in the 70s. 70s, irrespective of where he comes from. And when I say where he comes from, I mean, if in Azimio, we have Simbarati. In Azimio, we have Babu Owino. In Kenya Kwanza, we have Kina Didi Nyoro, Kina KJ, Kina so and so. So to me, I want a generational change, such that the sixth president is from the 70s. But I'm not happy with the way people like Oscar Sudi are answering. You know, I may hate him, I may hate the occupier of the seat, but I have to respect the seat. And what I know is that there's no way. The only thing, and I know Raila's people don't want to listen to hear this, but they'll be happy now. The only way that Reggie can be the president is if the act of God comes and Ruto dies or is incapacitated through mental or even physically. I don't see anybody born in the 60s becoming the sixth president. But then we should have a system where you even see the case of Siaya. The deputy governor was reinstated by the Senate, and he went back to the very Senate to seek for their interruption so that the governor can give him job. The governor answered that this thing is more political than legal, because it is more political than legal, because the governor cannot force the ministers, the county ministers, to work with the deputy governor. He was even saying that he wanted to give him an office outside the county offices. So we have to, I hope you are getting me. We should look for a constitutional interruption where such things happen, that you don't just become a king in waiting. You don't become a president in waiting. You don't become a governor in waiting. The constitution and the practice. You see, we may write the best constitution, but the practice has also to enforce the best power for the occupier of that seat. Thank you.